Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Krystal. If you've been here before, thank you so much for tuning in again. If you are new, I hope you like the content and consider subscribing. Today, I am officially making my book log. I should have made this in the beginning of the year, like everyone else, but I am behind the ball and I definitely got to get back to my reading. I'm actually in a book club and I just purchased one of the books that we're reading and I'm just like, you know what, I need to go ahead and finish this log. So what I'm doing is I have a happy notes page that I'm just trimming down because I don't want it to just be on a white background, but I don't necessarily want it to be on this brown cardstock that I found. Now the cardstock reminded me of like wood, and so that's kind of the theme that I wanted to go with. Which is kind of like a bookshelf, and a lot of planners have actually been using the colorful boxes, like the 1/4 boxes, to actually make it look like books on a shelf. So that's kind of the theme here. So I didn't necessarily make this one up, but I'm just giving you my version of how I want it to look. So of course I did trim it down, and then I did go ahead and put that happy notes page right on down. So now I'm actually cutting some additional strips here. Now this is going to be for the shelf. And so you'll see that I'll cut these down, and then I'm going to actually tape them down. And so they'll look like little bookshelves, and then we'll decorate with the quarter boxes so that they look like books on the shelf, and then I'll put some additional decorations down. So all I'm doing is just eyeballing it just to see if it's going to be, the distance between the shelves will be big enough for the actual books. All right, so now we've got some shelves. Now we can start the fun part. Now the book that I'm using today is the Happy Illustrations, and they did have some hanging like flower pots that I thought would work really, really well because it also had that brown color, and then I haven't used them, so I thought this would be a good idea. Now I did check in my school section of stickers just to see if there was anything in there that I could possibly use, but then I decided I just wanted to keep it non-traditional colors and just kind of stick with some of the pastel colors. So I didn't find anything in this book, so I ended up just going back to the flower pots as I mentioned earlier. So I did find one that was hanging that had multiple ones, and I'm just going to hang that down from the first tier. Okay, so now that I've got that one down, I am going to find another one just to hang as well on the bottom. And so that just ties in more of that brown color. But then I decided I do want to also add in one of the flower pots. So I did decide to go with the deep blue flower pot. And then the next book that I'm using is going to be the KellofaPlan a sticker book. This is volume 4, and she's got a reading section that has lots of good info in it. So it is very, very useful for this type of log. And so at the bottom, I do want to have a section just for a book club so that I'm able to put exactly what book we're currently reading. And that way I stay on top of it. And also what I'm going to put at the bottom too is I've definitely got to put a box there. Now I don't know if I'm going to actually laminate this. I think I would like to laminate it just so that, you know, like that book club portion at the bottom will constantly change, you know, each month, depending on what we're reading. So I don't want to have to continue to make a new log. So I'm definitely going to be laminating this so that I can continue to use it. Even into next year or the following year, as long as it holds up and it's pretty sturdy, I'll continue to use it. And so I'm also going to put a box down for what I'm currently reading. So it could be something that's outside of the book club. So I did want to make a log for that as well. So now we can actually get into making a section at the top. Now I wanted to make this section because my daughter loves to read as well. And so we do go to the library. And so I wanted to make a section to check out books and also return books. So I'll write in the dates that we need to do those things. And that way I'm not behind on, getting those books returned back to the library. So now I'm going to go ahead and start with the quarter boxes from the colorful box. And now I'm just looking for what colors that I'd like to use. I think I'm going to go with the theme of the flowers that are there, which are kind of like a teal, a blue, also a pink, and then of course the green from the leaves. And I'm just going to kind of scatter it all around the page just to kind of give you a formation of different books. Now on that first level, I did realize that I did not give myself enough room to actually put the books as if they were standing on the shelf like normal. So on that top box, I will have to just kind of lay those down. But that's okay because that's how a normal bookshelf is. Some are laid down, some are, up. But as long as I can write on them, I'm fine with how they look. So I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom shelf as well. Just getting those books in there in no particular order. And so I think this is definitely a quick way, especially if you like to read. I am not a big reader, I will say that. But I did like my time last year when I was reading. I felt like it was a good outlet when I joined the book club. So I definitely want to continue on that route and have a way just to kind of see my progress. Because remember, that is what my word of the year, progress. So I want to make sure that I am continuing with this and not giving up. So if you're someone who likes to read, I definitely want to know in the comment section below. Also, I'm going to place an additional flower pot in the top there, but then I decided I don't like the way that it looks at the back because you can see the shelf there. And then, trying to take it off, I ripped it. So now I do have to find something to kind of replace there. And so I did find some additional stickers in this Happy Illustrations, and that was some coffee stickers, like cups of coffee. So I am going to utilize those around the spread as well. There they are. So I decided just to stick with the white coffee cup, and I did go ahead and place an additional one at the bottom of the page. I was going to place a third one, but then I decided that I also needed that space in the middle for something additional. And so I'm just going to find a colorful box because I want to place my favorite quote there. So this is definitely something that I will laminate since I'm going to be switching out that quote. I'm going to find a blue, teal kind of color to put there. And then I'm going to also just line it with the word favorite quote. And I think that this is just going to be perfect. I don't think there's anything else that I need to do. Thank you guys again so much for watching my video. If you like it, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Bye, guys.